Today is September 15th, 2021. We are in Mexico City to celebrate the Fiestas Patrias. Now, AMLO, the president of Mexico, keeps saying that this year's Grito, the Grito de Independencia, is going to be very memorable. I'm not really sure what he means by that, but we're here to find out. Us being foreigners living in Mexico, we've lived in Mexico for the last 5 years. What does Independence Day in these 2 or 3 days mean or represent to you?
Wow, that's a really good question. Every year I feel like a deeper connection to feeling like an adopted Mexican,
right,
and just like an intense, severe amount of pride.
Yep.
Like I've never felt more proud of Mexico than at El Grito, when there's just like thousands of people around us. I'm crying, Greg's crying, everybody's crying. You know, you're hugging complete strangers. I feel like that moment is like a point of like human unity that like can't really be, has never been matched for me and can't really be matched. And like in that moment, it almost doesn't matter that we weren't born here. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense? I think that makes complete sense. So far, there are still plenty of stands selling all sorts of patriotic gear, from mustaches to dresses to flags, a little bit of everything. Yeah, not really sure how many people are gonna be down here to buy it, but that's what we're here to find out. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Madero Street is definitely not very busy. There are still a ton of vendors out, as you can see and hear. There are still a ton of vendors out, lots of people selling patriotic gear. The one exception, I would say, the thing that definitely feels different thus far, as I'm walking towards the Parque Alameda, is the police presence, which I can only assume is here because they're eventually going to close off. I don't know if they're gonna have this part closed off or only closer to the Zócalo, but way more police than years past. So right here, somewhere back there, is where AMLO, the president of Mexico, would traditionally come out and give El Grito de Independencia. I don't know if he's gonna actually come out. I would assume he would. Right now it looks like they're just doing a ton of preparations in the Zócalo for what I can only assume is basically the TV production, the show that they're gonna put on. My question, as I've been walking around, it feels super strange walking around. It's a weird sense of like patriotism because everybody knows what day it is and what's going on and what this means. But then also because everything's closed and there's no event, it's kind of like, there's a little bit of hype and a little bit of excitement in the air, but obviously not like normal. But my main question is, are people gonna come out? Are they gonna be in the streets? Obviously not, you know, trying to get past the barricades or anything, but are people still gonna come to downtown or not? Now, we had already booked an apartment in downtown, so luckily that's just a very close walk for us. But that's something I'm curious to see as the evening unfolds. We made it to 10 o'clock at night.
Well, 9:45, don't count it yet.
We're about a block off the Zócalo by Liverpool, if you're familiar with downtown Mexico City. I don't know if it's normally like this. It's not very many people out here right now, but we've only always been inside the Zócalo this night when we're in Mexico City. Now we're on the outside looking in, but I see a big bandera verde, blanco y rojo in front of me, so I don't know, something's going on.
We have found people, we have found vendors. Now, compared to years past, this is only a small fraction of the people that would obviously be inside the Zócalo. It's pretty quiet, pretty tranquil right now, but I have a feeling in about an hour when the president comes out, I feel like this little corner is going to be crazy. 11:50, which means the countdown has started. 1 hour and 10 minutes until President AMLO comes out. We have the whole street pretty much to ourselves.
Presidente.
Trying to go find a different spot to catch the excitement.
I think we have a better chance of making it to 11 than the guy with the flag.
Yeah, he kind of faded. Something that does make this year a little different, although this block is quite crowded, there's no like music or bands, so there are like a lot of lulls and silences. Not like that, but I'm hoping now that we're only 20 minutes out, the crowd gets pumped up. What do you say I get on your shoulders?
Though I will say, this crowd is infinitely more loud than it ever got the entire time in 2018 for that. About 10 minutes until 11. The crowd's getting a little antsy. Antsy or drunk. Sounds like it's starting. I think AMLO just came out. Kind of saw it on someone else's phone.
Yeah, the energy is
pretty intense.
Yeah.
That was intense.
Things escalated. It went from like a 0 to 12.
I didn't realize they did the Viva Mexico. I missed that completely. was indeed memorable.
You know, I was a little nervous beforehand because it was pretty quiet. So like once the crowd got going, it really didn't feel that much different. I never expected it. And we didn't get to yell Viva because it just didn't work out.
It was so intense and so crazy that we didn't even get to hear him yell Viva Mexico. But another one for the record books. That one was definitely the most different grito we have ever been a part of. But I will say, like Hillary was saying, like the intensity, the crowd definitely rivaled 2019 when we were here. Obviously they didn't have music and bands, but like the
love
energy,
and the pride still.
The love and the pride was still there. You can't take that away
different.
from Mexicans. Amigos, I think that is all we have for you. Signing off, Los Güeros Reporteros. That's not our name.
See y'all tomorrow.